Michael got you running around in circles again, has he?
Well, he wanted these things sent off first thing. He's been driving me mad going on about our organisation. I just want to get these out of the way before he comes in.
You'll only find some other soapbox to stand and rant and rave from.
Who will? Hey, Rose, look at the state of your screen. How can you see what you're working on?
Couldn't believe the look on Michael's face. We didn't know what to do. Should have run for first aid, and the fire could have spread. Should have smashed the fire alarm, but I mean, I didn't know where the fire bell was, or how to use a fire extinguisher or anything. Luckily, someone from down the corridor set the alarm off, just in case it spread. Cleared the old building as well. The accommodation woman was telling me that there's this blue notice which tells you all about safety, who's responsible legally and that. Anyway, I told her I circulate enough notices around the office without going around looking for them on walls. The safety bloke who came round while Michael was doing the accident report said it was the electrical charge that caused it, the fire. Well, and Rose using totally the wrong cleaning stuff. You know, I remember a memo coming round in the post telling us that some VDU cleaning stuff had been banned, but everyone was instructed to use another solution. I gave it to Michael. Don't know whether it went any further. He doesn't really care about safety stuff like that. He's more into getting things done quickly without any fuss. I never used to take any notice of fire bells. Well, Michael never does. All that standing about in the cold seems like a waste of time. I wonder if anyone else thought that this morning. Read enough then, though.
I've been elected to come and collect you. Been busy without you. Phone's not stopped ringing. The nurse said he needs to put a dressing on before you go. He'll be along shortly. So, where's your bag? I'll put it in the car. Where can I take you? I mean, do you need to go back to the office for anything, or is there someone I can drive you to? I don't think it's a good idea for you to be alone at home.
Oh, yes, you always know best. Ever since that day you first strolled in, you've had to make your mark felt. You're always aiming higher. Just so long as you look good on paper, just so long as you look efficient. People don't matter.
What are you talking about? What people?
What people? Your staff's stupid. Who do you think you manage?
Look, Rose, I know it's been a shock. Anyone would be upset.
Upset? I've been upset for months. I haven't been able to sleep nights. Thinking about what work of yours I was going to be dumped with the next day. Well, look at me now. It doesn't matter about Rose as long as the work gets done. She clears up the messes. Rose doesn't matter. Rose isn't writing your appraisement, is she?
It wasn't my fault. Wasn't. If you'd have asked me, I'd have told you which cleaning fluid to use.
Oh, that's all you ever do, judge by what should have been done. You never take into account human nature. What have you ever done to tell us about safety? No wonder an accident's happened.
Look, I think you better be by yourself for a moment. I'll see where the nurse is. Get us a drink. Rose, I think we're going to have to make a move soon. Look, I didn't have to come.
Well, you're supposed to be responsible for me. For all of us in the unit. But anything which didn't affect the job in hand you thought wasn't worth the worry, didn't you? There's no A box to be ticked for really caring if your staff are safe, or even all right, let alone happy.
Safe? For God's sake, it's only an office. I mean, everything's safe, more or less. No poles to climb, Rose.
It's only a fire in only an office, was it? It only left this.
It was bad luck. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't realise I was putting you under so much pressure. If you couldn't handle it, you should have told me. And look, if you wanted safety information, I could have...
That is exactly why I didn't tell you. You think that anyone who comes to you with any sort of worry or doesn't sit in the office all hours of the day and night, you think they're incompetent. So piling people up with more and more work and then moaning when they can't meet your targets or they're neglecting their other duties. That's efficient management, is it? No wonder mistakes get made. But you only care about you, don't you?
If you're a manager, you can only be efficient if you care about your staff. That means being efficient enough to know that it's a legal requirement for you to safeguard your staff's health, safety, and welfare.
Well, you're supposed to be responsible for me. For all of us in the unit. But anything which didn't affect the job in hand you thought wasn't worth the worry, didn't you? There's no A box to be ticked for really caring if your staff are safe, or even all right, let alone happy.
The Health and Safety at Work Act states that an employer has several statutory duties. Amongst these are that a safe working environment must be maintained, and employees must be aware of their company's policy and organisation for health and safety.
The woman from the accommodation was telling me that there's this blue notice which tells you all about safety, who's responsible legally and that.
British Telecom's safety policy is formulated by the board, but managers also have the legal responsibility to comply with the Health and Safety at Work Act. Safety advisors can help you to understand these requirements. So, have you told your staff where the first aid facilities are, where the fire alarms and exits are, what the evacuation procedure is, and all other precautions needed to reduce hazards specific to your group's occupation?
Well, you should have told me. And look, if you wanted safety information, I'd have found out.
When did you last talk to your staff about safety? Care is efficiency too.